Coach Lori with One Life Coaching and Wellness, coming to you guys live about a topic that I've been hearing a ton about lately and actually been getting lots of questions on in another group that I am in, and some messages and some people asking about. And I just wanted to kind of come to you guys live and really express the importance of rest days. I know a lot of us are like, what are you talking about? Rest days? I need motivated to work out. What is the thing? But there truly is people out there that do not take rest days. And a lot of it is understandable why. A lot of what exercise does is it kind of relieves the mind. You feel like it's relieving stress. You feel like it's the one thing that you can go to that's there for you. Sometimes it is a hobby of yours. It's one of your favorite things to do. Like other people have reading books or doing anything creative with crafts or anything kind of hobbies. It's actually a true hobby, and it's something that some people love. Some people actually kind of get addicted to exercise, right? Because of the feeling that you feel. Also, that it helps with weight loss. It is good for you. But there also comes a point with working out to where sometimes we do not take rest days, and we really push ourselves day in and day out and realize, oh my gosh, why am I so tired, Lori? Why am I so hungry? Why am I so this? Why am I so that? And why am I getting injuries? Why am I getting these overuse injuries? What is going on? What is going on? Usually it boils down to not taking enough rest days or not taking any at all sometimes, and not letting your body recover. And I want to kind of talk about that more is not better with exercise. More is just not better. Now, if you are brand new to exercising, or if you haven't been exercising much and you're, getting 3 to 4 days in and you're working hard and getting your rest days, that's great. What I'm talking about is when you're working out every single day, really hard, pushing as hard as you can every single day, not giving yourself those rest days. And I kind of want to talk about that more is not going to be better. I usually have 2 to 3 rest days a week. I know some people are shocked by that when I tell them that, but I just have no need, no desire to push harder. And I'll explain rest days. It doesn't mean that you have to sit on the couch and lay there and veg and eat and watch Netflix. Those are not rest days, and I'll explain that to you guys. But basically, more is not better. What you really want to do when you're planning out your workouts is you really want to have low intensity days. You want to have moderate intensity days, and you want to have high intensity days. You do not want to have 5 to 7 high intensity days planned and then try to figure out everything else from there. High intensity workouts take so much out of your body that it just doesn't make sense to continuously have high intensity workouts. So I want you to kind of think about when you're planning your week, what high intensity workouts can I have? Maybe two. I do 2 really high intensity workouts a week, 2 to 3 possibly. And then what can I do for those low intensity days? Can I do, strength training is still high intensity, but it's not as taxing on the heart and all of those things. Also yoga, also, hiking, walking, things of those nature. But you really want to make sure high intensity is something to where you are dripping with sweat. It is pushing you to your limits. It's one of the hardest things that you're doing while you're doing it. It takes mental toughness to get through it. That's how you know that it's high intensity. Moderate intensity is going to be something a little bit less, to where you're getting up a sweat, you're working hard, but you are not having to like mentally really get in the game to finish it strong, and those things aren't happening. So like a hike or something along those nature. And then low intensity would be like yoga or a nice walk around the neighborhood or something, to where you really are just enjoying exercise. You're enjoying the feeling of movement. More enjoying the feeling of movement would be kind of that low. So I do want you to kind of plan out your week when you're planning out your workouts, to do low, moderate, and high, and not just only high. That's not going to get you to where you want to be. Exercise creates 2 stresses on the body. So there's metabolic stress, which is depleting the energy stores that are in your muscles, and then there's mechanical, which is physical damages to the structure of the muscle. So both of those things are happening when you exercise. So if you think about that, and you continually exercise every day, and you don't give your body a chance to refuel and to replace those energies that it's losing, it's going to cause fatigue. It's going to cause you to be tired, hungry, all of those kind of things. Rest helps recovery and replaces your glycogen, that is used for fuel to work out as well. So, if you're having a day where you're just like, oh my gosh, it's not a PR, I feel bad, I feel whatever, maybe that's not a good day to work out because your glycogen cells are, or your glycogen has not been replaced. And you can work out better when you let that replace. When you give yourself that rest days, a lot of times you can go so much harder the next day. Another thing that is huge is a lot of us work out for stress relief, right? We say, I'm so stressed out. When I work out, I feel better. Here's the problem with that. Okay, so high intensity exercise is causing the two stresses that we talked about on your body. And now you're adding even more stress because you are already stressed. So now you have the stress of your life that is going on, and the high intensity stress and the other stresses that are going on, metabolic and mechanical stresses that are going on. And so your body is overwhelmed by stress. So I want you to kind of think of that as not necessarily that you don't, want to do anything on the days that you're stressed, but maybe not focus on going so hard and so intense to make your body be even more stressed out. Like I said, a walk, a hike, things along those lines are going to be so much better for that type of a day because your body isn't having to, go fully into that stressful mode that you have. You can still be active every single day. You do not need to sit on the couch, like I said. You do not need to rest and sit there all day. What I'm saying is 2 to 3 days of super high intensity, and you know what those are, where it's mentally and physically challenged. Maybe 2 days of, moderate. What can you do for your moderate? And then, a walk, yoga, things along those lines. Or I literally do have a lot of really just days where I do nothing. I feel good about doing nothing. I'm a little sore. I'm a little tired from the day before. So you can do those kind of things. Taking a day off is not being lazy by any means of it. I know sometimes we get flustered and we get like, oh my gosh, what am I doing on this day off? But what I want to challenge you with is on your days off, maybe you find a different a hobby that gives you those same feelings of enjoyment, endorphins, things along those lines. Find another hobby that isn't so intense that you can maybe get through. Also, if you don't take days off and you don't start, doing these things, it is not really a sustainable life. It's not sustainable. And when I work out and when I do things, my whole philosophy is let's do things that are sustainable. Let's not go on this extremely strict diet because I know that's not sustainable. Let's not work out like crazy all of the time, like it's nobody's business every single day, because I know that is not sustainable for me. I know that I'm not going to feel good all the time. I know that I'm going to be tired. I know that my muscles are going to be sore. I know that I'm not going to be able to really enjoy the feeling of life. Like, we work out to be strong. We work out so that we, can move freely and wonderfully. And if you're constantly sore all the time, or your body is constantly tired, working out is kind of for naught, right? It's not giving you those benefits of the feelings that you can have from being healthy and exercising. So we want to make sure that this is sustainable long term. We also want to make sure that we do not get overuse injuries and things along those lines that cause even more stress. If you're losing sleep at night, if you are, getting, injuries that are just overuse injuries. It's not like I broke my ankle, I twisted my ankle, I did those things. An overuse injury is something that happens over time, and all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, where did this come from? And it can be debilitating, but a lot of times when you are so much into fitness, you just keep pushing through and not giving your body the kind of rest and doing other options, and still getting good exercise, but not taking on those other options. But we really need to take proper rest days to replace our energy stores, our tissue repair. There's a reason why you don't, if you're weight training, you don't do chest press every single day. There's a reason that you don't want to do, any of those exercises every single day, because you've got to let those muscles recover. Okay. And basically, overtraining is going to get those injuries that we do not want to have. So I am super passionate about overtraining because I know a lot of people that do overtrain. And it is one of those things where it's almost like an addiction, and it's a good addiction, right? It's a healthy addiction. It's something that you're doing for yourself, and it's great. But the only time that it turns bad is if you are feeling fatigued, you're feeling tired, you're feeling emotionally drained, you're not sleeping well, you are having all of these things happen to you, and it's a kind of unexplainable why you're so exhausted, why you're so fatigued, why you're so hungry, why you're so agitated, why you're feeling this way. So I just wanted to come to you and let you know that rest days are not only a good thing, but they are needed. They are absolutely needed. And it doesn't make you look like you're lazy or you're not getting things done. taking rest days, I actually feel with all of my heart that you're going to see more results, because I know that I have. And I know that by taking rest days, I have seen more results than not taking rest days. And I've seen my clients doing the same thing. And I know that we always think more is better, and we want to go 100 miles an hour into things, whether it be because we're trying to relieve stress, whether it be because we hate our bodies. That's another thing. Like, a lot of times we work out like crazy because we hate our bodies, and we want our body to be the healthiest it can be, and we want to lose weight, and we figure exercise is going to be the only way to get us there, and we need to go crazy in order to get there. And again, it just causes so much stress. So now you're stressed, I'm working out, I'm going crazy, I'm not losing weight, and so your whole mind is just a mess. And then again, it's not sustainable. So then you're like, I failed, working out doesn't work, eating right doesn't work, nothing works, screw it, I'm not going to do anything. And that's where a lot of us fall, because we just jump into things 100 miles an hour, and we don't give ourselves grace for anything. And I'm here to tell you, please make sure that you give yourself grace. Make sure that when you are doing a high intensity workout, you push yourself to your limit, but also give yourself a chance for moderate workouts. Also give yourself a chance for low workouts, and then also give yourself a chance for resting completely and enjoying other hobbies and finding other things in your life that give you value, other things in life that give you joy, and going that route. So I just wanted to come to you, if you're feeling like, hey, I'm tired, I feel like I'm, not getting everything out of this exercise, I'm not losing weight, I'm not seeing any results, Lori, what is going on? Like I said, the good majority of the time when people come to me as their coach and they say these things, a good majority of the time it is because they are overtraining, under eating, and just completely stressed out by the whole thing, right? Because they're doing so much and they're not seeing results, and they don't understand why. And it's so hard to understand, because mentally you think, the more that I do, the more that I do, the less that I eat, the more that I eat, the less that I eat, the more that I do, the more I'm going to lose weight and everything is going to be great. And it's not the case. Your body needs rest. It does not need to always feel fight or flight mode. We all do not always need to put it into those feelings. So I just wanted to come to you guys. If you have any questions on this, please let me know below, or send me a message. Or as always, I can always be more than happy to talk to you on a consult about any of this as well. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here, Coach Lori with One Life Coaching and Wellness. Have a great day, guys.